objective is to rescue the 2 targets. Counting on you, boss. That's the target's predicted location. They should be somewhere in that area.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
Ciebie, Delta 3. Moja oskarżkę defluję. Delta 3, wasz fort. Kom in, Delta 3.
Analysis complete.
Dat is weer begrijp. Kom naar zo vonnig mogelijk en maak weg om die vijand te vertrekken. Uit!
Analysis complete. Sun will rise momentarily.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Outpost captured.
You gonna extract him?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
That's the target's predicted location. They should be somewhere in that area.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
Check her face. See if she's a target.
Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
You need to help her.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You've come to rescue me. I was asked to show that man around here. Dangerous work. I hated every second. I wish I'd said no, but I was the only one on the team who spoke English.
You have arrived at your destination.
All right, target extracted. Now extract the remaining target.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Take a good look at his face. That could be the target.
I need help. Help.
The map has been
What's going on?
updated.
That's the target. Looks like we found him.
Here to save me. I was called here to transport and set up equipment at a medical facility and examine the patients there. But never did I imagine what was that. I'd never seen those symptoms before.
Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation.
Mission
Great
info
work.
has been
Now
updated.
exfiltrate.
Detected. The map has been updated. Please select support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Enemy presence detected. Caution, rain approaching. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. Alles gespannt, das steht hier. Fokus alles hier auf die Feierhelikopter. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Warning.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Boss, we placed the two targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examine the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English was one of them.
Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand!
Hold her still. Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her? Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Boss, about Eli. I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right.
Boss.
Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
Please specify a project.
This place?
I guess so. Yeah.
It's good.
Please select a drop point.
Unique, after all.
Yeah. I was confused by a lot of things at first.
Please
but
specify a project.
Well, that's what counts, right? Nobody here treats you differently based on your color or country. In that respect, it's very open-minded.
Yeah. I don't know what the future holds, but for now, I plan on staying.
Glad to hear it. Looking forward to working.
Same here.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Please select a mission.
Boss, this contract comes from the Mbeli rebel militants. That's right. That general's fighters. Recently, one of their child soldier platoons staged an insurrection and split from the main group. Thing is, they took a hostage with them. The general's brother, his number 2. The contract is to extract both that prisoner and the leader of the renegade platoon. The message reads, "I love my brother. You must bring him back to me alive." It also says this about the leader of the child soldiers. He is an excellent soldier. I want to persuade him to rejoin the ranks of the righteous. It sounds a little too forgiving for the man who ordered those kids dead at the mine. I wonder what kind of persuasion the general has in store. With that in mind, here are your objectives. First, rescue and return the general's number 2 as requested. Second, extract the renegade leader, and we'll keep him at Mother Base. In other words, extract both targets out of the region. Good luck, boss.
Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the general's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt. That's the village the boy soldiers have taken over. It was deserted. Seems they're using it as their base of operations. The targets are there. Look carefully. Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
High ground. Looks perfect for reconning the village.
You have arrived at your destination. The map has been updated.
There he is, the commander. Extract him. Is that him? Okay, that's the general's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself. High ground. Looks perfect for reconning the village. Boss, another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol. Looks like they had more than one patrol out. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Don't hurt any of those kids. Disengage or use your tranquilizer pistol or CQC to put them down gently. That
Analysis.
prisoner doesn't look like the target.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Clouds approaching.
Okay, subject is in.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Alright, now you just need to extract the general's number 2. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Gaining altitude.
Has been updated. Arrived.
Nice work. Keep it up. Mission complete, boss. About how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care. Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first, it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests, and... damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Mission
Look
list
closely.
updated.
Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. It'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up. We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you. job's come in. It's a hit. On the human trafficker who sent Shivani and the others to Nzoya Badiabulu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention, but it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa?
It may be. But if it is, how did the Yellow Cake and Walker Gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection. Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil field facility, those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who've become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.
Plant expansion complete. Please select a mission.
Boss, there's a target on the run somewhere on the savannah. Your job is to find and eliminate him. He's a logistics officer for the PF known as Rogue Coyote. On the side, however, he colluded with the Buta regime, abducting people from Mbele villages and supplying them as slave labor. That's right. He's a human trafficker. His victims ended up all over the place. Brothels, black market, organ trade, diamond mines. and he was the one who sent Shabani and the other kids to the Devil's House. But then an Mbeli rebel group finally added him to their hit list. The target decided it was time to quit, and now he's trying to leave the country. If he makes it back to his country, he'll be no more than a civilian, and he'll avoid facing a court-martial. Like so many other war biz junkies. I'll bet he plans on enjoying a new live finance with his blood money. The client's order is to take him out. How you go about that is up to you, boss.
Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find a route. Find a man.
Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
The target is on the move somewhere on the savannah. Problem is, we don't know what route he's taking. It's too big a search area to cover without more information. If you could find that intel file, it could give you a lead on him. That's the Ditati abandoned village.
Marker placed.
The enemy transmission originated from there. It'd be worth checking out.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Come on!
Approaching.
Subject on board. rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him?
Complete.
You made it to the Ditati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
The map has been updated.
Help me!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Sun will rise momentarily. Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Ready!
He's coming too. Roger that.
Hey!
Alles gespannen, das seht ihr. Onze zijn volle contact met vijandige maag. Alle eenheden bereid voor aanval.
You gotta extract him.
Alle eenheden, dit is CFT. Basis tot basis, radionetwerk is af. Daar is geen manier om te bel voor versterkers van alle buitenlandse aard nie. Skop vast en hou uit met wat jy het. Uit!
Outpost captured. You have arrived at your destination. Intel
Picked up an intel file. According to this information, the target is headed for Gazeba camp. We also have his movement route. I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him. Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gazeba camp. Take him down on the savannah. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis, you have arrived. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected, and the map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
That's the target.
Complete.
Eliminate him, however you see fit.
The map enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Weather will analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
Mission list.
Boss, we finally heard from one of our missing intel team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.
Commencing platform construction. Please select a mission.
Boss, the intel team's hard at work investigating the cause of that illness spreading through Mother Base. Problem is, a bunch of our agents in the field are still MIA. Progress has been slow, until now. We just got a distress call from one of them. He said he's got intel on the origin of the disease. But the PF in the area got to him before we did. There's been no further contact from him, but we know he's being held at the guard post on the western end of the mine. There's still a good chance he's alive. We can't afford to let him die. Right now, he's the only link we have to the root cause of the epidemic. Get our man back, boss.
Mission accepted. Deploying.
A member of the intel unit has gotten a lead on the epidemic that's crippling Mother Base. The problem is, our man has been captured by the PF in his operation area. He's being held at the guard post on the western end of the mine. Boss, we need you to get him out ASAP. Right now, he's our only link to the root cause of the epidemic.